Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of the Fishing Teacher, and man, I really appreciate you guys coming by the channel to spend some time with me and watch the video today. Always appreciate that. And guys, today we're going to be talking about fishing the big Senko. I've never done a video on this before. This is the big 7-inch Senko versus this is the just the traditional 5-inch Zoom Slinky next to it that most people use. But this big giant Senko can be a killer at certain times of the year and rigged in a certain way. So we're going to go over that in today's video, and I think it might add up some good fish for you guys. Also, guys, just a quick invitation. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe here to the Fishing Teacher, I'd like to invite everybody to do that. It's free and easy and a good way to support the channel. And also, please check out our channel memberships here at the Fishing Teacher by going to the homepage here and just hit the join button for information. I really appreciate that. Okay guys, I started fishing this big Senko down at Lake Okeechobee about probably 15 years ago, and you can see the difference here. This is a 5-inch Zoom Slinky, and this is the standard for what most people fish a soft plastic stickbait on. You see the diameter and the profile, and notice the diameter difference in the big one here versus the little one here in the size. This is the big fat chunk of meat here, the 7-inch Senko, super thick. Thing is pretty heavy. It probably weighs close to an ounce, full of salt. And guys, at certain times, this is a fish catching bait. And I sort of want to go over some scenarios, the situations and how I've done good on it in the past in different scenarios here. And also guys, I'll link this in my Tackle Warehouse description, the big Senkos here, if you guys want to get a pack or two of them and try it out here. But here's the first way that I've done the best on it, guys, is just Texas rigging it with a offset hook with no weight on it. It's heavy enough to where it falls pretty quick without a weight. So if you put like a 4-aught offset hook, I prefer like the 4-aught offset Gamakatsu G-Finesse hybrid worm hook, which is an offset hook. And I'll link that in the description as well. Put that in there, and it falls about like that. It falls at a pretty quick rate. So it's almost like fishing the traditional Slinky or the traditional size of soft plastic stick bait, like on an 1/8-ounce sinker or something. Now, the best situations that I've done with this, there's 3 different ways that I have caught fish on this and caught good ones over the years. The number one way is taking this thing and pitching it and flipping it around just whatever cover your lake has. It could be boat docks, it could be shallow grass, lily pads, lay down trees, flooded bushes, anything like that. Guys, even though it's a giant bait and it's big, it'll catch a lot of 2-pounders. It'll catch big ones too, but I've caught a bunch of 2-pounders on it. I did really good at a tournament at Lake Okeechobee, like I was talking about, pitching this thing in and around cattails with no weight on it. And you know, sometimes if the wind blew hard, I'd put like a 1/16 of an ounce weight on it, pitching it and flip it on 20-pound test Seaguar and Vizex line. Caught a bunch of 2-pounders and a bunch of 4-pounders on it as well. So flipping and pitching it around shallow cover is one of my favorite ways. The next way to fish it, guys, is wacky rigging it, just like that, a big wacky rig. We fished a FLW tournament down at Lake Chickamauga about probably 10 years ago, and Larry Nixon caught the big bass of the tournament, wacky rigging this big Senko on the bridge piers. So wacky rig is a good way to catch them on it. But another way I've caught a bunch of fish on it is fishing it on a swing head jig, just like the biffle head, and just dragging it along the bottom like you would a football head jig, especially in the summertime. This is really good. So you can take this big 7-inch Senko. I've done really good at Kentucky Lake on it, putting it on a swing head, like a 7/16-ounce swing head, fishing it down the drops and the ledges or off deeper points. It's a really good way to catch them. But it's just something the fish don't see very much, guys. This big giant thing. I don't know many people that fish it, but I'm telling you, they will bite the thing. I mean, I need to start fishing it more. Is no more than I fished this thing over the past 10 years versus how many fish I've caught for the time I fished it. I need to start fishing it more. Just for whatever reason, I haven't. But anyway, guys, try it out. It's just another lure to add to your arsenal here. Link in the description again. And again, make sure that you rough it up here a little bit. Bring that salt to the surface. Gives it sort of a nice different color. It looks like a big old giant earthworm in the water. Definitely a big fish bait, big chunk of plastic there, and big fish will react to it. So just wanted to pass that little tip along and hope it works for you guys, and we'll talk later.